podcast character designs done by Demon Artie. Be sure to follow her over on Twitter at ArtieDemon. Welcome everyone back to the Crimson 15 podcast. I'm your host, Crimson.
N15 PCA.
Be sure to check us out over on Twitter at C15 Podcast. Join the discussion over on Discord, link in the description below. And if you're enjoying the videos, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit that bell for notifications. Episode 3, Star Trek Lower Decks, and it's just, again, just bad Futurama episodes.
Oh yeah, it is bad. Is it slightly better than the other two? Yes, but that's not saying much. It's still an F.
It just makes me think that everything that Mariner does is to put everyone else down.
Yeah. And
even when someone else was in the right, they were still wrong, and it's such an odd thing to keep making this character never wrong about anything.
Yeah. Again, like I said, it's Michael Burnham on steroids. It's way worse than Burnham. Because Burnham never puts everyone down. Usually, not to this extreme. This is ridiculous.
At least Michael was nice to people.
Yeah.
Like she was nice to Tilly and to
Yeah.
It's just I don't know where they're going with this character. Do people like her? How could you like someone who's constantly belittling everybody and is always right? You're always wrong. I don't know. Is that a character trait that people like?
I know it's not. It's very unlikable. But this is what you want in your character. It's a female in 2020 who's the main star. They have to always be right, and everyone else is dumb. And especially if you're white, you don't know what you're talking about. That's what we're at now.
So we open up, and they would do this every once in a while. Like the people on the ship would there'd be a little
talent show,
like a talent show, oh you can sing, or you can do this.
That's been happened on Enterprise. It happened on Voyager, and that's so common.
Boyle in your hair is playing the violin, and it's not the worst, but it's also not the best.
Yeah, anyway, he's dancing. I guess it's supposed to be like Lord of the Dance, kind of.
He's not dancing. He's prancing.
Yeah, it's
Homeboy is prancing around.
I was trying to be kind. Okay, yeah.
So he's so he wrote a song for his mom. That was the first time, okay, you guys are going to still make fun of him. Come on, seriously. Oh, no, someone loves their mother. What a jerk.
I know, right?
But, I wanted to call him Michael Burnham. Mariner literally goes, okay, well, whatever the hell that is. She, pushes him off the stage.
Here's the thing is she has, what you would have, for a guitar. I don't know what they call it.
An amp, a big old
amp. An amp. Would they even need that in the future? Wouldn't they just have it built in the guitar already?
Because she's awesome, that's why.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
So, instead of just letting him have his allotted time, she, throws him off the stage.
Oh, no one cares in what you're doing.
Could you imagine anyone doing this to her?
Oh, yeah.
Just throwing her off the stage. It's my turn now?
It's ridiculous.
So, she's gonna just play some, super hardcore rock. The other girl's, playing the drums, but the rock and roll, the guitar's so loud, you can't even hear the drums.
No.
And everyone's like, oh my goodness, it's so loud. But here's this is Looney Tunes. This is, Cartoon Network. It's so loud, it's shaking the whole ship.
Yes. We're not kidding when we say that.
The whole ship is what's an earthquake?
It's so dumb.
So if it was that loud on the bridge, people in the bar, their heads would have exploded from the freaking sound.
Done. It was loud. It was loud in the hallway. It was loud in the engine room. And it was even loud on the main bridge.
Yeah. Because I guess they're talking to some Klingon guy, and he's like, what is that noise?
And how would he even be able to hear it? He's in another ship in space.
Well, because I guess it's coming through their communications, because they're open comms.
It would not be. You wouldn't hear anything.
What did the computer filter that out?
So
and the walls, are the walls in this ship made of paper?
Oh, I know, right?
That's not even none of this is even possible.
Imagine the episode, remember when Picard, thanks to that one traumatic experience, he learned how to play the flute, and he's playing in that one area, and it was so loud the whole ship heard it. It's all, what the heck?
This is Captain Picard, open all comms. You guys are going to hear my sweet solo.
I know, right?
So, the Klingon guy, what's that noise? And Captain Freeman.
Yeah.
So she's from the Boondocks. Captain Freeman here is well, I don't hear anything. It must be on your end. So he believes her, and he's going to have some guy in his ship killed because of it.
Yeah, it's a Klingon. That's so funny. Guys, no, that's ridiculous.
So someone got killed because Mariner likes loud music.
Yeah.
Then when she's done playing her song, she'll here you go, hey, you're welcome. She throws her guitar thing and walks off stage.
Yeah. Are you kidding?
People like this?
I don't know. It's so combative. You couldn't act like this in your job. You couldn't act this anywhere in any kind of line of work.
Yeah, not even if you worked at frickin', the local grocery store, you couldn't act like this. You'd be fired.
Yeah.
Let alone basically the military.
Yeah. Exploitation military, exactly. What are you doing?
So they send, the captain sends their security guy, the big Bajoran guy, to go find out what that noise is. Instead of just using the computer. Computer, where's that noise coming from? It's coming from... They haven't talked to the computer at all in the show, have they?
It's weird. You know what? You're right. Wow, I never thought of that. That's insane.
Computer, what's the source of that loud noise? Oh, it's coming from the 10 forward.
Yes. When Archer was on the ship, they didn't have that. They could talk to the computer, but it wasn't like you on everything. They know every little thing like that. It would know whether the vibrations were coming from.
So I just think maybe they just forgot that there is a computer.
Probably.
The writers don't remember.
Because they're idiots.
So he's gonna run down there. Brad starts up his thing again, and of course the guy thinks it's Brad making all that loud noise. You don't realize that a violin doesn't make that kind of noise.
No, and he just destroys it because he's the psycho.
Yeah, he destroys it, and then Brad's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry."
Here's the thing. The problem is that literally all about this is that this chief of security, they're kind of belittling Bajorans when you think about it.
Oh, he's an idiot.
He's an idiot. You have to realize the Bajorans went through hell with the Cardassians. It'd be like imagine going through the Holocaust for 50 years. That's what they went through. And they belittle it by making this guy a psycho. Like, oh, he's just a whole hung war guy. Like, really?
They don't know anything about that. The writers have no clue about anything on Deep Space Nine or anything. They don't care.
No, they don't.
I was just fighting him because he's security, so he has to be crazy.
Yeah, that's all it is.
So that whole opener has nothing to do with anything.
No, but we just told you it was a waste of time.
Just like the other one. Remember with that little orb spirit?
Yeah.
Their cold openers have nothing to do with the episode. Yeah.
Oh, that's like, remember that one episode with the orb and, impregnate Diana? Try how we'll do that for 5 seconds. And then in this episode, remember when they would have, a talent night on 10 forward? We'll do that now. That's what this is. And then move on. It's just little jokes.
So it opens up with their first in command. What's his name? Ransom. So he's like, oh no, the captain's not going to like this. So I guess they were supposed to go to Cardassia and do something. Like some negotiation thing.
With another alien which they don't say, which is
they don't say who it is, but then they get taken off the assignment because and I quote, "Oh, the Cardassians are creeping everyone out." That's what the admiral says.
That's insane. That doesn't. And the thing is, this could have been an opportunity to say, what happened to Cardassian after Dominion War? I would like to know. No, of course we don't get that. They tease us. They don't mention it ever again in this episode, and it irritates me because I really want to know. But nope. Of course, we can't get that, because that would have been interesting.
So, they get a new assignment, and the assignment is to go deliver something. We're delivering presents? Yeah, that's exactly what it is. You're delivering presents.
I'm an admiral, and I give you an order. That's the end of it.
Everyone talks to each other like... I just hate the way everyone talks to each other.
They don't...
It's just a modern-day sitcom that takes place in an office. That's what this is.
Yeah.
And so, you have people, I hate... So, the captain... hates because this would be like the regional manager.
Yeah.
And then you know what I'm saying? It's all this is not appealing.
No, it's so funny. She looks like the admiral from Picard. I wonder if it is the same admiral.
Remember the one she told Picard to shut the F up?
Yeah,
I remember
it does look like her, yeah.
So the captain's all pissy pants about all this. Man, you don't respect us.
Well, they give you an assignment. You just follow it.
It's because we don't run things tight enough around here. And then that's when she goes crazy. We get down to the brig and they're calibrating the shield.
So we didn't know that in the trailer when we saw it.
You wouldn't just shoot a phaser anyways.
I know, but I'm just saying we did. I wish we'd have known it because it makes no sense.
So she does the whole thing like, oh no, it's actually sent to kill, which I'm pretty sure it wasn't. She's just effing with them.
Yeah, but still.
But whatever. And so he goes to touch the shield thing and it throws him back, and of course he has to make this kind of face. And I guess it works. Why can't that happen to her?
Never. That'll never happen to her in this series.
Then they're like, oh, it's margarita time because they get drunk on the job. Even though that shouldn't be possible because synthahol and all that, they shouldn't be able to.
Well, it would be like, oh yeah, but no, this is synthahol, but we can tell by they're implying it that it's not synthahol.
Yeah, they're getting
drunk. This is Starfleet ship. This is not a. I don't know what this isn't a barge of a cruise somewhere.
Yeah, there's get some ale down in the cannon room. You know what I'm saying?
Right?
This isn't that.
Sad.
So they take a joke that was from Next Generation. And it's funny. It's one of the funny things I actually really, truly remember because I thought it was really, really funny back then. Because when Scotty was talking to LaForge and Picard's like, we need to repair on this. How long is it going to take? And he's like, well, Captain, it should take about 30 minutes. And Scotty's like, whoa. Why did you tell him it would take 30 minutes? Well, because the captain told him. He's like, no, you tell him it takes an hour. So when you're done in 30 minutes, he'd be like, oh, wow, you must be just boost yourself up.
Yeah, exactly. You're a real wizard now, an engineering wizard. And in George, it's about getting it done. Who cares about that? But that was Scotty's time. That's how they would do things.
So the whole crux of this episode is that joke.
Yeah.
But instead of, when Scotty said to do that, it was to make yourself look like a better engineer.
Yeah.
They do it here so they give themselves more time to slack off.
Scotty's doing something. Oh, no, look, praise me and then I'll do something else. That had a charm to it. There's nothing charming about that.
So what I just explained is everything they're talking about right here, and they're it's just it was something that was a cute, funny little thing that's got turned into a whole episode, and it just wasn't. It just wasn't there.
No, definitely wasn't there.
So Captain, the cat lady, I don't remember her name, is calling the green chick. Oh, I need you down in medical. You need to redo like a med bed thing. You got to fix that.
Med bay, yeah.
And she's like, how long is it going to take? And then she kind of says 3 hours. What? Okay. Then she just believes it. But what does she know how long that would take to fix?
No. What is it with the friggin' people saying, when they look at they're going to be mad, but the superior's like, no, it's okay. Like, what is that in the show? It's happened 3 times now in 2 episodes.
So, and the last in the, I read all the comments. Someone said, well, in the last episode when everyone was being nice to the one guy when he was switching jobs, well, I guess it isn't the us versus them. Well, I guess we're right back to the us versus them.
Yeah.
So, F you. I guess that was, again, for that one little moment.
Yeah, but you remember, though, too, he's also a black guy, too. So, that guy has to, I hate to say, that factors in, too.
And he also sounds like a 12-year-old little boy.
Yeah, he does. Okie dokie.
I just hate his voice. Yeah, you sound like a little kid. So, like, oh, yay, buffer time. And they keep saying that. So, it's like a thing.
And all of a sudden, everyone throughout the ship's doing it.
Yeah, because it's like the us versus them.
Yeah.
So, it is that.
Exactly.
You have contention amongst the ship, which was a core tenet that Roddenberry didn't want.
At all. Especially with the Federation and humans. You could watch old tapes of him interviews doing that.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. They don't care what anything Roddenberry thought. They didn't care. So, like, some guys are just walking through the halls, and the captain's like, oh, I guess we're going to just be strolling through here. You have to pick up your pace. So she goes crazy.
Yeah.
And then one guy, they start, like, mentioning the stupid buffer time. And then, what does that mean? And they all just run away scared.
Yeah.
It's just on a Federation ship. People are acting like this.
This is insane, guys.
She stops at some place. Oh, why are we all just walking around? We have to get back to work. And then keeps constantly saying, getting everyone to, like, overwork.
Yeah. And here's the thing. It's so funny. If this would happen, like you said, in a sitcom, like in The Office, whatever, they would just ignore him and walk away and not say anything, thus making it a little bit funnier. No, this is just, I'm acting scared. Why would they be scared?
They run away.
Even in a sitcom, they wouldn't do that. That's stupid.
So she gets in the elevator with Bollinger, and of course he's more. And I guess the only thing that kind of makes me smile is like he always says Captain instead of Captain. Yeah. So like he hasn't catch himself saying about, hey Captain, like why are you saying it like that?
See, but that's funny, just unintentionally funny.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with anything. It's just
exactly. Yeah, it's not even Captain. A joke.
Then she's like, okay, give me a report. So he starts giving her the report of everything he's been doing. It's super boring because that's what he does. Then she gets irritated with him. But isn't that what you wanted?
Yeah, you want a report. He's giving it to you.
Then she's like, then he mentions the buffer time thing again. And then she's like, what is this buffer time? Like, she wouldn't know.
No.
Here's the thing. Anyone who's been in any type of, like, who had, like, sergeants or people over you, they know all the tricks. Because they were here once.
Exactly.
So she would know what buffer time is.
So dumb.
Do they think people become lieutenants and commanders and stuff, like, instantly? And they were never ensigns?
I mean, sometimes it takes years, maybe even a decade before
sometimes it's almost a whole career.
Yeah, before they even get rank up.
So she would know what buffer time is.
Or at least she'd have an inkling of it. Or maybe they call it something similar to time, and maybe it's similar to but it would be in that same vein. Yeah, it's like if you're like an old sergeant in the police force, you're going to know all the little things.
Yeah, you know all the little things.
You would know.
You know the tricks and the little stuff.
Yeah.
But whatever. So we know that Brad spills the beans. Is this going to be an ongoing gag? This dude's going to be in his towel all the time?
Oh, yeah.
And they're all like getting dressed in front of each other. Oh, yeah, right there in the hallway. Everyone just getting
They have their own quarter. I know I keep bringing it up because that's not how they run a starship.
So they get the ship-wide announcement. We're going to start giving out assignments, and then there's like time limits on everything. So like they're going to really button down and really get to task. And, someone must have found out about buffer time. Who was it? And then they blame, what does it say, Delta's?
Delta team, Delta ship.
Delta ship. So there's your them versus us. Yeah. So even within the ranks of the lower decks, you have thems versus us.
And the thing is, there are different ships. They do call them Delta.
Yeah.
They do.
Well, because that would be the Alpha, Beta, Charlie, Delta,
yeah,
all the things. Epsilon, Foxtrot, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, but now we have contention even between the lower decks people.
Of course.
So your comment means nothing now. Because look, it's the them versus us. Even within their own crappy units, they have a them versus us.
Of course. So stupid.
So now they have to log in everything they do. And here's a funny thing. I used to work at retail, and I used to work in a produce department, and we would just do our jobs. Then they started this program where they put a computer in every area, then every time you did something, you had to log it in.
Yeah.
So if I went and culled the apples, I would go, you know, it's employee number, did
and how long
culled
it
apples
took.
and how long it took with every task. Oh, and it was cumbersome and stupid, and it was dumb. Just
But that makes sense in your situation.
that makes sense for me, working at a retail store.
Yeah.
That doesn't make, but that's what this is.
Yeah.
So every little thing they do, they have to constantly log it in.
Yeah.
And if they don't do things within a certain amount of time, they get in trouble.
Yeah.
That's literally what happened to me.
And then I want to expect them to have a clock to punch out too. I mean, why don't we just do that?
This literally happened to me, and I didn't find this funny.
No.
I lived this, and it wasn't funny.
It's insane.
So, whatever. So now they're like, oh no, we have to do all this. And of course, we know it was Brad that freaking spilled the beans. And he's like, oh, come on, guys. We're good enough to make things work. And we can get stuff done on time. Then
we get a montage.
I don't know how to even talk about this. Everyone's running ragged around the ship. For when I first saw this preview, I thought they were like under attack.
Yeah.
No, everyone has so many tasks they can never stop.
Yeah.
So they're running around, bumping into each other.
And literally, they show a clock in space before this happens.
Oh, because they're trying to be artsy fartsy.
Yeah, I guess, but it doesn't fit.
No. I got to do this task. Oh no! And then the guy's just like shoving things inside of comm bays. Everyone's just going. No one's sleeping. Everyone's got bags under their eyes. So everyone's just going crazy.
Insane. Like literally just trying to get everything done. They can't get anything done. Like it wouldn't be to this extreme. This is ridiculous.
But of course, Brad just loves it, and he's like bouncing through the aisles. I just love working this way.
They're so funny. Even when he's doing something right, they have to make it look like a put down. They have to make fun of him every time. Even when it's doing something when he's efficient at his job. He can do it. But
what did he say? The
things need to be purged, manifolds. I can go do that. Right now.
Like he can't. He's getting more tasks because he can't get enough of them. Yeah. Then he said it was he didn't say something about the new frontier of fun. Some
Why do you have to say that though?
Because he's a freaking idiot.
God.
So he's just having fun. Like he's literally dancing and shaking his butt and everything because he's having so much fun. Then we get they're going to do that away mission where they're going to like present some crystal to those people, whatever. And so we have Ransom has his team and he's bringing Mariner along.
He gives up way too much information in this vlog.
Yeah, we get this whole like exposition theater. Mm-hmm. And Mariner is just openly mocking him, openly talking crap to him. So I brought this up. Remember in the first episode, the captain told Bollinger, if she steps out of line even once, you tell me about it.
Yeah.
So what's stopping him from telling the captain?
Yeah, I know. But like I was telling Crimson though, when we were watching, it's just that one episode, and then we forgot about it. No, guys, this is not how this works. It's ridiculous.
So, she's constantly rolling her eyes. This insufferable bitch can't help but be insubordinate at all times.
The only thing I will say, at least Ransom talked back. At least he told her, hey, be quiet. You don't listen to anything.
Yeah, see, but that's a little bit, that's when they get down to the planet. But here, she's just like, why do you got to be doing this? And he's like, because I told you to do it.
Yeah.
But of course, he's also like a meathead about it.
Yeah.
And the bottom line is, this is your commander. He's telling you what to do. You freaking do it.
Yeah, exactly.
They start going down to the planet, and then he's like, oh, there's some interference thing, and they're just clouds. Oh, they're just stupid clouds. Like, she's constantly mocking everything he's saying.
You're so insubordinate right now, and everyone can hear you. I mean, not just the commander, the lieutenants can hear everyone else on the mission.
Oh, I'm going to have to bring this down manually. Oh, she's the autopilot. That's what it's for. Jeez, this guy's freaking so full of himself.
Oh, the hatred from Mariner. My goodness.
She just hates everybody.
I know.
And so they landed. Of course, he's like, again, very Zap Brannigan-ish. Like, oh, look at the cool thing that I did. So they landed and everything, and he's like celebrating himself. And, oh, jeez. She's constantly making this face.
I know.
Always rolling her eyes. Unless her eyes hasn't literally flipped backwards because how much she rolls her eyes.
Yeah, roll it twice over. I know, right? Might as well at this point.
I guess the only reason why she's on the mission because she's like has really high phaser accuracy. Like she's good in combat, which we see, which is absolutely ridiculous.
She's just a human, by the way.
She's got to be genetically enhanced. There's got to be something. Wouldn't it be great that if we see somewhere where like she was a little baby and she was dying, and since her parents had her high up there, they did some genetic modification they weren't supposed to do so she could live, and that would
make more sense. That's why she would be so awkward,
and that's why she'd be so smart. And
everything. Smart, and maybe socially she would be kind of undeveloped because those genetic tests weren't perfect. They can screw with
something. There's something like, oh, that's why she's the way she is.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm giving the show way too much time credit.
I know, right? We're trying to figure out solutions to get you out of the hole you're in, and they won't take it.
So they meet these people, and they're very so. They have like spears, But wouldn't they have like weapons because they have warp capable ships, but they still use like sticks?
Yeah, one of them like powered. Like I said, like the energy came out of the spears or something.
Like a Stargate.
Yeah, right by as well. No, it's just a spear.
So they're gonna present this crystal thing, but it's the wrong thing, and it's like a piece of wood.
Yeah.
And oh no, they have wood. A ding dong joke.
I know, right?
They got wood
because I guess their rival planet they hate actually.
There's like a fraternity thing, so it's like a perverted thing to them.
Yeah.
So remember in the Orville when they did the whole tree thing? Oh, you got wood. It makes sense in the Orville because it's not the world of Trek where people have protocol the way that they talk
And here's the thing, too. Did they even get this joke because of Orville?
Probably.
That's what I'm thinking, too.
They can't help but steal things from everything. So, this is a slight against our people. This is an act of war. One dude gets stabbed with the spear. Emergency transport back to the ship.
No, nothing.
Wouldn't that be what would happen?
Exactly.
Because there was no interference. Because Mariner even said, why didn't we just transport down?
Yeah.
So, you can do that. So, that's an option. But that's not an option.
No, it's not.
Mariner jumps out there and does like this triple. She's just beating the hell out of everyone.
Exactly.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Yep.
She also patched up that one guy that got hit with the spear because she's like a field medic too.
Oh, she does everything.
Guys, wouldn't it be great if she was like this great combat person, like a field medic? She could do all these things, but she was lacking in some other thing. She lacks at nothing.
Yeah, she's like the one character from AOS. Sword Art Online. He's good at everything when it comes to video games. Every video game.
That's the thing I don't understand is people like a character that can literally do everything. Is there one thing she can't do?
Yeah. That's the thing. It's almost like I know they say Mary Sue, but just like Superman. But that's not what makes Superman interesting. It's his humanity. It makes Superman interesting, not the fact that he's so powerful. But there is no humanity with Mariner. There is no compassion.
So she knows all the alien races. She's super smart. Technically, she can fight and she can negotiate. I don't know. It's just, and then again, instead of just running back to the frickin' and just getting out of there, they just, I love how everyone else just kind of looks all scaredy cat. The Mariner's the only one that was a badass.
They were never, they're Starfleet officers. They would defend themselves. This is, they wouldn't just act like a bunch of idiots.
So they're still getting attacked by these people. They're like hiding behind some rocks. Why aren't they just being flanked? Whatever. But literally people are hiding, like covering their heads. Like little crybabies.
This is ridiculous.
Is it Starfleet officers?
No.
And the only one who's brave is Mariner and Ransom.
Ransom, yeah.
They're the only two people that actually seem to know what they're doing. But Ransom is almost like in the over the top kind of like the Zap Brannigan kind of way of doing things. So he goes out there and he's going to like negotiate with them, and he just gets hit in the balls with that stupid plank of wood, and then they throw an electric net on him.
I know.
So your commander just got attacked and everything.
You wouldn't fight the way that. You wouldn't just come out and just attack him like that.
And no. But then Mariner goes, "Oh yeah, that was pretty cool." So you're glad that he could have been killed?
I know, it's so weird. Why would he say that? Like there's weird like in this whole episode, kind of like things how they don't say things that they should say in a situation. Like they like it when they should be like, "Oh, this is bad," but they enjoy it.
Oh wow! Like I'm being surrounded by like spears and what is this like Captain Kirk and
in the 2260s.
Isn't that really funny? Like that. It's like Captain Kirk. Remember Captain Kirk? And that's literally how she talks.
Yeah, so ridiculous.
Wouldn't it be great if a spear would have went their damn throat?
No, like remember we see the bottle hit her in the last episode? She's on the bar, she gets hit. Yeah, I want to see that.
Look at that smirk. Look at that freaking smirk.
She's so defiant. She always has that defiant look.
Get back to the. I guess this would be the. Is this the A plot or the B plot? I guess this would be the A plot.
I'm assuming this is the A plot. I don't know.
So everyone's still working super fast, super hard, and they're causing all these mistakes. And I can't believe we're being forced to work so hard. Blah 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 blah.
Oh, it goes on and on and on.
Then, one of the guys on the bridge is like not. He's like he can't put in the passcodes because they're working too hard and they keep making mistakes.
And the captains start doing it.
Yeah, and the captain. I have to do everything myself.
Okay, so stupid. And literally, there's timers on clocks everywhere.
Yeah.
We're talking literally like it's just
a countdown
every time for every little task they do.
So I guess that little slight that they did down at the they literally considered an act of war. So they send their warships up to go fight the Cerritos.
Yeah.
Instead of I guess they don't. Why wouldn't they contact Starfleet?
I don't know.
Instantly.
Yeah.
Right away.
At first, he goes, "Oh, is this a delegation for dinner? I mean, what's going on? Why are they coming up? Because they don't announce it at first."
And they just start getting attacked.
Yeah.
And so I guess they're just going to go to war. And they have all these boarding ships. So they just like attach themselves. Like the shields. Remember they couldn't get their shields up, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Because something went wrong.
So dumb. Okay.
So they get their boarding ships on there, and all these people are just like they were before. They're just running around with spears.
Yeah. And the captain's telling them on the I guess the telecoms basically saying, "Oh, do your work and still fight these people at the same time." Well, just forget your work.
But it's more important to keep doing your work.
Yeah. Well, no, you're being boarded.
Again, like I said, I worked in a retail. That'd be like, I'm trying to imagine an equivalent. This would be like, oh, the store's like falling apart and there's an earthquake, but make sure you get those apples out on time. That would be like them saying something like that.
Yeah, they wouldn't care. Just save yourself and save people if you can. You have to not worry about pick those apples up on time. Make
sure you mop this area. No. So instead of fighting back, everyone just keeps doing their jobs, even though they're like being. And it's funny. I thought, oh, a lot of people are going to die, but instead of them being like stabbed, they're like just getting knocked out.
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't they keep killing people?
Yeah, it's all dumb.
So they're not killing anyone. They're just kind of knocking people out,
which is weird.
We get back down to the planet. Now they're in prison, and Mariner. So guard guy, is this what you want to do with your life? Whatever happened to make you want to do this? Oh, that's so pathetic. Oh, I can't believe that you are a loser. No, it's just.
I know you don't like your job. He goes, no, I like my job.
Oh, that makes you a freaking loser then.
I know, right? Gosh. She can never be, ugh. I know, just a sassy, ugh.
Notice how they were the only two people they were put in the same cell, and everyone else was put in somewhere else.
I know, right? I mean, that could happen, but what are the odds of that, Whatever.
So she's like, oh, we need to get out of here. And he's like, oh, I'm writing a speech that will, like, make them set us free. And then they kind of have a little bit of a back and forth where she's been talking mad crap to him the whole time. And she's like, oh, permission to speak freely. And then like everyone who's seen the show is like, you do that anyways.
Yeah.
He does bring that up. He's like, you just say whatever the hell you want. You never listen to anything. And I do like the fact that he says, your recklessness is going to get someone killed.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry that I do things my way, but I get the job done. And instead of like taking that to heart, she just amps it up more. Oh, I'm going to come back more.
She doesn't care. You're wrong.
See,
he's the one on the right. He's the one.
That's what we were discussing. Maybe in her past something happened and someone died. Wouldn't you have loved to see her just recoil a little bit? That I might have gotten someone killed.
And maybe she might be thinking about it right now when he said that, but no, of course not.
Oh no. That would be character development.
Yeah, I can't have that.
So he puts his leg up on the thing, and then she puts her leg up on the thing, and then she's always yelling, and there's just a big old screaming match back and forth. But at the beginning, this is your commander.
Yes.
He tells you what to do, you can do it.
Exactly.
That's the end of conversation.
Yep.
Unless he's doing something illegal or wrong, which he's not.
No.
He may be a little pig-headed about it, but he's not doing anything wrong.
Yeah, but he's following orders. He's following the command structure. He's following this Federation stuff. Even though he's a little headstrong, he's still doing it.
So he's going to go do his speech, even though we may be different or whatever, and they just basically tell him to shut up, and they're going to have a trial, but it's like a trial by combat, so they have to fight this big dude, and if you win, we'll let you go free. And if not, then, we're going to kill all your friends. Like, they have a big crushing thing.
Exactly, crushing crystal thing. They get it wrong, and they say, no, it's this other crystal thing. Like, okay. Again, this part reminded me of Futurama. Totally Futurama.
This is something that would happen with Fry and all them.
And it makes sense in Futurama.
Dr. Zoidberg and all them.
I know, right?
So they have to decide who has to fight the monster. Because only one of them has to do it. So he gives them, like, this crystal sword. And then instead of, like, them being scared, they're, like, excited. So, like, they're literally like, pushing each other like two little kids whose turn is it to play Xbox.
Yeah.
That's how they're acting.
It's ridiculous.
Even though the guy's like, whoa, guys, don't you realize you have to fight a monster? Like, oh, no, it's my turn. I'm going to do it. No, it's going to be me. I'm going to be the one fighting. This is your commanding officer. He tells you to stand down. You stand down.
Yeah, that's it. There's
a
conversation.
It's over.
Yeah, exactly.
So why doesn't he report this to the captain?
Who knows? Because Mariner's so amazing. Because she gets the job done, Mike. Didn't you know that? By any means necessary, because that's the Starfleet way.
Get back to the attack. There's a red alert going on because people are being, attacked by these crystal people. Yeah. And then they're putting graffiti all over this ship.
Yeah. Saying you're tree lovers or whatever, stupid.
Bark lovers or something.
Yeah.
So, like, in Boinger's like, oh, geez, I got to clean this up. So he starts cleaning it up.
Yeah, he's still ahead of schedule.
But he doesn't even... And then he does the one thing that actually makes sense. He gets cornered by some of these people. He's like, wait a minute, I have a phaser. And he just shoots them.
Yeah, what am I doing? Yeah, just shoot these idiots. They don't have any phasers on them.
Gets to the bridge, and the captain's running around doing everything. Everyone's passed out.
Yeah. Not
from being attacked.
No.
But from being overworked.
Of course. That would be a thing.
The Bajoran guy, like, attacks Brad. Yeah. And, I didn't know it was you. You didn't know that these people are like purple.
Yeah, exactly.
Or green. Yeah, they're green. They don't look anything like.
But he's so psycho and gun-ho. That's why he did it.
So they keep doing something, and then Boeinger's just like, you even put yourself on this time limit thing? You're the captain. Yeah. You shouldn't have to, this shouldn't be for you.
Exactly.
Then she's like, oh no, we have to run a ship. We have to be better and everything. And then he kind of says, well, this may not be the best idea to do this. Like, but at the same time, I don't like the idea of like, why is it extremes?
Yeah.
Why it's either this or do whatever the hell you want.
Because this is Rick and Morty logic. It's one extreme or the other. There's no moderation.
Again, the way I see it is every time someone comes to extremes, only Siths steal in extremes. This is not a situation to have something extreme. No. The only extreme should be getting the safety of the ship under thing.
Oh yeah, of course.
So he basically talks her into like, hey, you don't do it this way. In this situation, we kind of need to, not we have to make sure to do all the scheduled rules.
That's the thing is, how can Mariner talk like that to Superior? Say it in a normal, logical way. Look, maybe we could do it this way now instead of this. Oh, you're an idiot,
So we get back to Mariner and Ransom, and they're talking, and they're still kind of yelling and screaming at each other. Oh, can you do this to me? I should be the one to fight because I'm the better fighter than you and everything. And then she has to go show off her tits because that's what she says. See, yeah. I got the scar. But remember in the other episode when we saw her tits, we didn't see any scars.
No, because now this is for this episode.
Yeah, and then these scars will never come back ever again.
Oh, of course not.
Oh, I got this by doing this, and I got this over here, and I got this over here. That means I got the job done. Well, if it were so good, how did...
How are you coming? You're an ensign now.
There's so much wrong with this. Then, like he said, which makes perfect sense, I'm your commander, and I'm telling you no.
Exactly.
And then I don't necessarily agree with what he does here, but he has to stop her
because she won't stop.
She won't stop. He should walks up to her and then he just stabs her in the leg.
Yeah,
yeah. So basically makes it where she can't fight.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna do this. And this becomes like a contention point at the end, but all I do is tell the captain, yeah. She was literally going insane, and I had to stop her any way that I could.
What else am I going to do? I had nothing else at my disposal to do it.
So he, rips his shirt off, and he's, mega ripped. And he's going to go fight.
He got a little bigger, too.
Yeah, he's literally bigger than what was in his uniform.
Okay.
So he runs out there, and he's not going to even use the sword. He's going to fight this guy. And this is like a ogre monster.
Yeah, like a big monster.
And, of course, he fights him like Kirk style. Kirk would, clasp his fist.
Yeah, he's got the two-handed fist thing going.
Like the hammer thing you do. And then he goes in now, and he is kind of whooping this guy's ass. Yeah,
he's beating him pretty bad. It's funny.
Which, again, is also the thing, he's only human.
Yeah.
Humans couldn't fight other humans like this, let alone this giant ogre man.
Exactly.
So he's on there, and he's kind of whooping him. And I'm like, oh my God, she's going to get horny for him.
Oh, and she was.
And she totally does.
Yeah. Oh, this is so hot. Oh, jeez, okay. Mariner.
So he keeps beating up this dude, and then, Mariner's first is she's like, oh, whatever. But then she can't, he's starting to get all, glistening from the sweat. And then she's like, oh, yeah, she's getting turned on.
Well, at least she likes guys.
She's bisexual now.
Oh, of course.
We still haven't confirmed that she doesn't like women.
Okay, we're not quite there yet, no.
Because all women, in animation, all women are lesbians until you can prove that they're bisexual. Then you have to really prove that they're straight.
Yeah, but that's a bridge too far to that third one. I don't think that's going to happen.
Oh, no. Stop thinking about how hot he is and everything. And all that.
Gosh. You're not worried, but that's so funny. Now, one time they asked, where are the other Starfleet officers at? Never asked that.
Well, I guess they're going to be crushed by the thingy.
Yeah, I guess, but it's they didn't even seem to care.
Yeah, they don't really care.
They care. That's...
Those people are putting graffiti on the outside of the ship now.
That's so dumb. What? And their ships are so weird because they're these angular kind of crystal ships. They're that goes to warp. I guess it could, but it just doesn't.
Yeah, it's too weird. It's very tall.
Yeah, it's very weird, but whatever.
But we get back to Bollinger basically telling the captain, "Hey, you got to lay off a little bit. Everyone works different. I love this kind of work,
yeah,
but not everyone else." And again, like I said, the extreme. So what you have to do, just slack off and do what we want. Okay, let's do that. So she just does everyone, new order, break every rule and every regulation, and that's not what he said.
No, like you said, the extremes. Why? This isn't that.
But this shit is do whatever it takes to take back the ship. Yeah, just say that part. Don't say break every rule and regulation.
Yeah, so you have your right to party. I mean, what is this? I mean, it's so... You wouldn't say it like that.
Why didn't you say party on, dudes?
I know. Bill and Ted.
So now the people realize, they have to start fighting back, but no one has phasers. And they're throwing their data pads and stuff at him.
And they're using tripwire to trip him, a lot of the Ewoks did. Yeah. You turn the jet.
I'm surprised the two little wooden things.
I know, right? In the AT-AT walker. I mean, guys, they have phasers. They have phasers everywhere.
So they're just doing silly things to win back the ship. And okay.
I guess.
No one's using a phaser?
No, it's ridiculous.
Get back to the fight, and he's whooping this guy's butt and everything, and he's like, let's have some peace negotiations. He keeps saying all these things, but what he's doing is violence, but what he's saying is peace.
Again, is it mildly funny, but still...
it's very Futurama-ish.
Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah. How diplomatic. I'm surprised she didn't like put her hand down her pants. Like, how far did they want to take this?
I'm pretty sure they probably would have, but CBS stopped him. I guarantee it.
So instead of killing him, the guy gives up. And then he's like, oh no, I really was not much of a fighter. I actually like reading. So I guess he wins. So they have to let the people go. And, I like how after she was super horny for him, then she's like, oh, what's this now? She's like, she had to be like mean and nasty to him too.
Of course.
But like a good commander, since she's injured, he like just kind of just picks her up.
Yeah.
And he's like, ooh.
Well, it's so weird. You were again, like you said, is it very like what you were saying, like Cinere or whatever, where like she hates him, but yet she loves him.
This is a purely physical thing.
Yeah.
She just wants to bang this guy.
Yeah, I know.
Like she wants to hate bang him.
Yeah, I know.
That's the best kind.
Yeah, forget you, huh?
I freaking hate your guts and choking him and.
Yeah, it's not Cinere, it's Psycho. That's beyond that. Yeah.
Here's the thing, I can only imagine how far they wanted to take this.
Oh, I can imagine.
So they give up and lose. We get back to the ship. They're able to beat back all the bad guys, and again, everyone's using data pads and stuff to hit stuff. The cat lady even jump kicks a guy, and so they win the day. And look at this goofy ass smile.
I know, right?
Jesus.
Hello.
It's literally ear to ear.
The problem is, it's his whole face. It's his whole face. It's terrible, guys. It's awful.
So they go around, everyone's cleaning up the graffiti and everything, and they bring back that crystal. And, oh, sorry about that whole invasion thing. Oh, it's okay.
Oh, yeah, and those wood-loving guys, and that's what the chief security officer tells them, and they laugh like, okay.
And so she's up in the medical bay. Well, how did you get these injuries? They don't ever talk about that.
No.
She just got them somehow.
Yeah.
And the one line actually made me laugh was like I said, I even brought this, like, why would she even have scars?
Yeah.
Because the doctor's like, hey, I can dermot those things and clean them up. Oh no, they're like my badge of honor. And she's like, yeah, congratulations, you look like a fucking ragdoll.
You do.
Yeah,
that's what you want to look like. Go ahead, knock yourself out.
That actually made me laugh because, like, yeah, go ahead.
Because it's absurd. It's stupid. It is stupid.
Then, of course, the first officer, Ransom has to apologize.
Of course. You did it because she wasn't going to stop.
Well, so I guess I just wanted to talk to you before you put the report in because, I'm pretty much going to get kicked out of here. I got to get all my free weights. Just dematerialize them and replicate new ones. Like, you don't literally have to carry them.
No, you don't.
And then, because, attacking you with that sword is an instant court-martial. Why did you do it? She wasn't listening and she was going to run out there and get herself killed. For the only way to save my people under my command, I had to disable her.
If Mariner was a normal Starfleet officer, that's out of character, but we have other instances where she's impulsive. So it would fit her character. So that would be on his side if it ever went to a court-martial. But why is Mariner never going to be court-martialed for anything she does?
She has diplomatic immunity.
Yeah, I guess.
So she's like, oh no, I'm not going to say anything. It was pretty, and this is, my foot's going to be a pretty cool scar. This is going to be an awesome scar. But you can kind of say, yeah, she's like into this guy, but I'm thinking this is like this can be like just a physical thing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think they actually care about each other. I think, oh, it's hot. Oh, it's so hot. Exactly. Because even after she said but she's still going to throw in the brig for insubordination, and it was because she always rolls her sleeves up.
Which it is a violation.
Out of uniform.
Yeah, but thing is, she's done a lot worse than that. That's the thing.
So this brig report's not going to be sent to the captain, and the captain said if she messes up once, she's kicked out. So this is never going to get to the captain.
Why even have that then in the first episode? You totally ruined it by doing that. Should have just never even brought it up. Because now it looks stupid. Why just? Because that doesn't mean nothing. It meant absolutely nothing.
I'm shrugging my shoulders so hard.
I don't know. It's like, okay, that was dumb.
And instead of like being dragged away, and it should have been more of like a cute thing, like, oh, I guess throw her in the brig now, then kind of give him that smile and she gets dragged away. No, she is kicking and screaming and throwing things at him. I want to kill you and I want to dance in your blood and tear your throat out. And wow, all these.
Well, you're gone now. You're done. Just a day in the brig. That's it.
Yeah. And she's just freaking throwing things.
Oh, it's awful.
Going nuts.
Like the bedpan, which they wouldn't have a bedpan in that time, but okay.
So, again, did they fight to have this thing filled with piss or something? Of course it doesn't, but I bet they fought for that.
Yep.
And then afterwards, and he's like, oh, that was pretty hot. Again, they just want to hate F each other.
Oh, yeah.
Get back to the captain. She calls in Boinger, and he's like, you know what? You showed me how it should be, and I'm going to call it the Boinger effect or something, where you just do whatever you want. You can't just say, oh, Starfleet protocol doesn't exist on my ship. Is basically what she said? Dumb.
And he even said, he goes, no, I don't want that. I didn't tell you to do that. Why you... Again, she reminds me like her daughter, and she doesn't listen. And she just thinks what she wants to think. You're not... I didn't tell you that at all.
So, and he's like, "Oh, this is what you'll be like known for forever." And he's like, "Oh,
They
no.
give him a plaque.
Like
a plaque.
The Boingler effect.
They don't do that.
Then he goes back down to his quarters and he's like, "Oh man, I can't believe it. They gave me, they named me after something that I totally hate." And he's like, "Yeah, no one's gonna remember this." So like in the super far future, it's like there's like a teacher teaching this. And about how big of a slacker he was and everything. So, like, trying to show you how history gets muddled. Because he's not like that.
No, he's not
but, like,
at all.
why would this be named after him if he wasn't a slacker?
Okay,
so there's, like, a big golden
big
statue
joke.
of him that way.
And then they go, we're going to mention someone else. Like, oh, goodness, we thought it was going to be Burnham or something. That was actually a real hero.
And it was
Chief O'Brien. Like, okay, that was kind of out of the ordinary.
So, yeah, that's the end of this. Another just workplace comedy. No one's in character. When you're bad, you're good.
You're good, you're bad. I mean, it's simplistic. It's simplistic in its writing and its telling.
And it's funny because, again, just like this would be an average to bad episode of Futurama.
Yes.
Forgettable Futurama episode.
Yeah. It's not even a good Futurama episode. That's the problem. It's not even that. It's just...
Again, I say this every episode, are we ever going to get to the point to where Mariner does something wrong, gets in trouble for it, and then feels bad?
She never feels bad. She goes on to the next thing.
Yeah.
Oh, well, who cares? I had to do it. That's all she thinks. I had to do it. It was justified.
Yeah. Oh, the ends justify the means. Because that's the Starfleet way.
Oh, I know. The only else I want to know, one of her scars she got from Scottsdale. I wonder how she got that in Arizona. Okay, in the future, how did that happen?
It was my great-great-grandson stabbing her for being such a bitch.
Yeah, I know, right?
Exactly. I don't know. This series is going to, again, we're almost halfway done. There's 10 episodes. Okay. So, 4 next week, but I don't know what to expect. I don't think we're ever going to get character moments
or character development or any character growth. There's no character growth.
But again, she's already the pinnacle of what a character should be. She's already the grand hero.
But I want to know what made her this way, and if, like I said, if she, like we were saying earlier in the podcast, genetic enhancements, well, then that would explain a lot.
Yeah.
But we're never going to
because she's able to do everything and know everything.
Yep.
Usually your character, I kind of believe in a D&D style of a character. You only get so many points.
Yeah.
So you can't give your character 10 in intelligence, 10 on strength, 10 in charisma, 10 in speech. You can't do it all. You can only do so much. Yeah. But she has 10 in everything.
Yeah, not only that, in D&D, your character usually dies before they can get to that point.
Yeah.
You have to make a new character from scratch. That's how it works.
But there's nothing that she's already at the pinnacle of everything. She's already maxed out all of her experience. She did. She's at the very beginning.
It's just so ridiculous.
I don't know.
I'm going to have to catch up to her. God, I'm so sick of that.
I don't know. Any other closing thoughts? Because this lady just...
The one thing I will say that I remember I was watching on YouTube, this guy made a point. Remember that alien that was shape-shifting? Well, that alien was in the original Star Trek cartoon in an animation series. Someone pointed that out.
They make these little nods to like other stuff.
I'm glad they take the time to do that, but actually take time what Star Trek's about. That's what gets me mad.
I don't know. It's so funny because we joked about her kind of maybe liking Brad, but I think now she's like, we can tell that she's like at least physically into Ransom.
I think she's physically into Ransom, but I think she would like to eventually maybe date Brad. I think that's the person she actually would like to relationship with.
Because I think deep down inside she does want him to succeed, but why are you always... Like his violent thing, why did you even do that?
Oh.
Just to crap all over him?
Oh yeah, that beginning of the episode was ridiculous. Why'd you push him off the stage? Why? Yeah,
screw you, stupid idiot. Now it's my turn.
I know. Wait. He's like, just wait your turn. I mean, can you imagine? Can you imagine when Data was playing his violin? Someone like, get out of here. It's my turn. Now, like, what is this?
I don't know. But
when he's playing out in the 10 forward. Oh, jeez.
It's the bar.
The bar's so dumb.
I don't know. Well, we'll see where the series goes. I have no hope. So having super low expectations is probably a good thing. Probably. So it's hard to be disappointed, but somehow the show finds a way to disappoint me
even more
when I expected nothing.
Yeah. Lower decks is lower expectation. Yeah. The name of the show.
Star Trek. Lower your expectations.
Yep.
Crimson Saint here. Thanks for watching the video. If you're enjoying the content, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a single upload. If you have any tips or story ideas, hit us up on Twitter at C15Podcast, or better yet, join our Discord server, link in the description below.